Bring in New Orleans City Council member at large, J.P. Morrell. J.P., thank you so much for hopping on with me. I'm so very sorry for what happened in your beautiful city yesterday morning. Your response 24 hours later, and is there anything new from overnight that you can share?
Well, there's still so much information we're processing. Our focus the last 24 hours has really been on reunification with victims of who were injured, getting information to those people who've lost loved ones. We've been working diligently across the city on a blood drive. There's actually been a blood shortage even before the incident happened, so we're trying to get people out to do that. And we worked with our local Greater New Orleans Foundation to set up uh, a fund for victims of this tragedy, similar to what happened with the Boston Marathon, because as from your previous segment, there are a lot of people that are struggling in the wake of this and need help and need resources, and working on that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And JP, I know you probably just heard my previous segment with the cousin of one of the victims who died there yesterday. She and millions of people across the country wondering how this could have happened in the first place. I understand the barricades or the bollards that are usually there are in the process of being replaced. Talk us through that, how this kind of party was able to go on without that there, and what should have happened differently.
Well, I think first off, the bollard situation is very troubling. And it's something that as a council, we are really digging into as we speak, because obviously the fact that the bollards were not repaired and were not up, and the lack of real communication with the council and some other partners as the fact that the bollards were not available for Sugar Bowl, that's something that we're going to dig into in a real intentional and transparent way going forward. And that's kind of like the FBI investigation. It's kind of separate and apart from what's going on right now.
So the city did know that those wouldn't be in place for a crowd this size?
Well, by the city, the mayor and people in the city knew it would not be in place, apparently, because that contract fell below a certain threshold. Some partners in the city government, like the city council, did not know they would not be available. So, like I said, that information really is kind of played out over the last couple of days. That's something that we're going to have to get into in a much deeper, more robust way. I know right now, with the resources from the governor and federal government, there are additional resources being brought down to supplement what we have down here, but there are a lot of unanswered questions about what happened yesterday. And it's going to be a very lengthy and robust process getting all that information and making it available to the public. And we're just starting that process right now. And really, even as we dig into that process, we're somewhat constrained by the fact that it's an active FBI investigation pursuing the terrorist and potential other terrorists, which kind of also impacts our ability to really get into that. But it's something that we're going to get into, and we're going to get answers. And
so walk me through the Sugar Bowl tonight. I mean, what security measures are being taken there? And can you guarantee people's safety at that football game later on today, sir?
I think we can absolutely guarantee the safety of people for the Sugar Bowl tonight. There are a tremendous amount of resources being brought in, additional hardened infrastructure resources. What we're stressing to the public right now, and those who are visiting the city or intend to visit for the Sugar Bowl tonight, is that you're going to have tremendous patience. There's going to be checkpoints throughout the entire downtown French Quarter area. There'll be extremely restrictive measures for vehicles coming into the nearby area. And it's sort of like if you were going to an airport before 9/11 and afterwards, it's going to be like we have the TSA basically getting into the downtown area for the Sugar Bowl tonight. It will be safe, but I do stress to people, you are going to have tremendous patience entering and exiting the downtown area for the Sugar Bowl tonight. And that's part of making you safe. And just, I want to remind people who are used to going to Bourbon Street, used to going to the part of the French Quarter, it's an active investigation. It's a crime scene. And so the ability to visit Bourbon Street, it's not happening tonight. It's not happening for Sugar Bowl. And there are plenty of other places throughout the city, other parts of the French Quarter that'll be open and available. But please respect law enforcement as they're continuing to collect information, data, and evidence. And that is not a place where you will be able to visit tonight.
Yeah, I can't imagine many people would want to revisit that area right now. Anyway, J.P. Morrell, thank you for keeping us posted this morning. Appreciate your time, and hopefully today's game goes off without a hitch. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.